I ain't even.
That's me, bro.
All this flag at the dark, nigga. All this flag at the dark, nigga.
Hey, do I got anybody in here that really watch baseball? Is anybody like y'all niggas really watch baseball?
The odd.
If a game is on, I'll go. Like, I mean, if a game on, I'll watch it. I'll watch it for a bit. I watch playoff baseball though. Playoff baseball, I'm not gonna lie. If you think baseball is boring, I understand it. Playoff baseball is different. It is. It's different. It's different, bro. You could turn that shit on TV and be entertained, but you gotta get out of your mindset of, oh, I don't want to watch baseball. But playoff baseball is fucking fun as fuck to watch. And also, too, no cap, going to a baseball game is hard too. Yeah, but you gotta, for me, going to a baseball game, you gotta get good tickets. You gotta get good tickets. Good thing about them shits is they tickets not that expensive. But if you get some ass tickets, I'd much rather not go. But if you get some cool tickets, that shit kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Odds of making it to the NFL are beyond slim. Of over 1 million high school football players in 2013, only 7% of them went on to play in college. And just 1% of those guys
When I watch the game on TV, nah,
doing the
man,
math,
I watch them playoffs. That shit hard, nigga.
0.00075% of those high school players would eventually be selected into the NFL. In other words, if you're aspiring to make it to the league, good luck.
I be
Now,
sitting in the box.
what if
Oh
the
my
first time
God,
you would-
nigga. Yo, funny story. Nigga, me and my cousin and my brother, we got tickets. I think my cousin's boss had Astro season tickets in the press. I mean, like in like the VIP luxury box. And nigga, we was like, yo, hey, we locked in. Let's do it. Let's go. And for some reason, none of our dumbass ate before we went to this game because we thinking that, yo, nigga, this is the VIP box. They gonna have a buffet in that bitch. We gonna eat and watch the game. Boy, we went in that hole. It was no food. No food, bro. I was like, bro, what the fuck? What's the point of this box? and then you seen the box next to us. Them niggas ordered a whole table of food. So much food, so much so that like they ain't even eat it all. And we in the game hungry, like, damn. Can they just leave that there and be like, hey, bro, y'all niggas good? Well, they threw all that shit away, but we ain't say that. We ain't go to them because we didn't want to look bummy. Yeah, hey, even though you thinking it, you don't do that. We ain't want to look bummy, though. I'm like, damn. So, nigga, do you know what we had to do, bro? I was the only nigga that brought his debit card. This before Apple Pay was a thing, bro. Damn. I'm the only nigga that brought my debit card, nigga, and I ain't have much money. Nigga, I ordered some Cajun fries and we bust them bitches down 3 ways, bro. And there was not a lot of fries in that hole, bro. We in this game starving in this bitch, bro. Starving, bro. Hey, we couldn't even watch the rest of the game, bro. We was hungry as fuck, bro. Sharing a small ass thing of fries, bro. No bet, nigga, hell nah, nigga. The drink at the Astro Stadium was $5. Boy, we was hungry as fuck in that hole, bro. Hey, I caught my, it's late, boy. I caught my brother right now, nigga. Bro, we was in it, so, fam, my cousin, it got to the point, my nigga was like, I ain't gonna lie, man, fuck this game, bro. Let's drive home and get our wallet so we can go eat, bro. Boy, we was hungry in the bitch, bro.
Ever heard about football?
That shit was crazy,
when you
bro.
were 21 years old. You probably would have a better chance of
I would have
winning
been
the
a bum
mega
that day.
lottery.
Let the
Matter of
church
fact,
say amen.
the only way you were making it to the league at that
Kobe
point
Bryant
is if you
time.
won
We
the
couldn't do
genetic
it, bro.
lottery.
But they was
Like
throwing all
this
that
guy.
food away, bro. It was crazy
This
food.
is Christian
Oh, let's go back. Let's go
luck.
back. They was
Now,
throwing crazy
what if the
food.
first time you had ever heard about football was when you were 21 years old? You probably would have a better chance of winning the mega lottery.
That's true, absolutely.
Matter of fact, the only way you were making it to the league at that point is if you won the genetic lottery. Like this guy. This is Christian Okoye. In 1983, he moved to the US at the age of 21 and had never even heard about American football. 3 years later, he had become the NFL's most intriguing prospect after leading the nation in yards per game as a 260-pound running back.
Damn, that nigga big as hell. He look created.
So, how did things get to this point? How does a guy who's never even heard about football become the game's biggest story in a matter of a few years? Well, let's break it down from the beginning of Christian Okoye's story. But first things first, this video is sponsored by SeatGeek. While also getting an education was the disc ball, but click the link in the description to download the app. Growing up, Christian Okoye excelled at many sports, playing things such as volleyball, soccer, and handball. But by the age of 17, he began to put his focus in his best sport at the time, track and field. He did everything, but his most successful event was the discus. It had become apparent to Christian by the end of high school that he had a serious chance of making it to the Olympics. To pursue his goal while also getting an education, Okoye decided to move to America at the age of 21.
Yo, Fahim, what's up, gang?
Which is an NAIA school in California.
I don't have a BBL, my
His
G.
freshman year in track was a dominant one. Okoye was the national champion in the discus, which put him in striking distance of making the Olympics the following year. However, despite having the qualifications to make it in the discus,
hey, you know what I want to watch, bro? I want to watch every Olympic world record, like every Olympic record. Yo, good night. Yo, hey T-Mac, man, appreciate you for the coming through, my G. Yo, fam, I was recently watching track and field. Huh? Nigga said pause, nigga. You can't pause that shit, nigga. Yo, I was watching track and field. I seen the world record in high jump. Bro, that nigga jumped far as fuck, bro. That shit was crazy. I want to see like the 100s and all that shit.
Nigerian national team did not select him onto their Olympic roster. Okoye was crushed by this. And after that,
hey Eli, it's kind of too late for your video game. We might want to watch one, you know what I'm saying, with the gang in here.
Stumbled upon
we got a whole lot of lurkers.
The very first game that he attended, he found it rather boring. But Okoye recognized that given his athletic ability, he could possibly be great at the sport. So he decided to go try out for Azusa Pacific's football team. When the coach asked him what position he would play, Okoye didn't even know the names of positions. He told the coach that he saw the Raiders on TV one day and wanted to do whatever that guy was doing. And that's how Christian Okoye became a running back. Out of curiosity, the coach set up a 40-yard dash to see how fast this big dude was.
His first time that he ran for me in the 40 was 4.38.
Considering Okoye was 6'1", 260 at the time,
this
was
nice, man.
astounding.
That's
Having the strength of a national champion thrower with this kind of speed was, well, that's closing in on LeBron-level athleticism. However, at first, Okoye wasn't a huge fan of playing football.
Did you start to like it, or did you just simply become better?
Well, actually, I didn't like it, but I was doing better.
He considered quitting multiple times, but teammates talked Okoye into staying, and he developed into a total beast. Over the span of 3 seasons, Okoye led the entire nation.
That nigga's so big. I don't know if you understand how
insane that is. He would have had to learn all the basic fundamentals, such as how a snap count worked, what running a play meant, what a run play was compared to a pass play, how to take a handoff, how to block, where to line up over many different formations. Then, from all those different formations, where to go when the ball was snapped on many variations of plays. In practice, one of his teammates would hold up an arrow made out of cardboard to help show him which way he was supposed to be going on a given play. And this is all the basics of pre-snap only. Post-snap concepts like reading blocks and taking on defenders seemed to come natural to Okoye, even though he didn't like hitting at first. Now, he did play at a small school in a lower division, so he was relatively unknown during his time at Azusa, and he didn't receive any invites to postseason college all-star games. But luckily, one of the top running backs dropped out of the Senior Bowl, giving Okoye the chance to compete. 4 touchdowns later, Christian Okoye had officially become the biggest scouting phenomenon of 1987.
Bro, just think about it. This nigga was one player from dropping out away from not making it. He would have not, fam, if he didn't go to the Senior Bowl, he probably wouldn't have got drafted. Him balling at the Senior Bowl put him on the radar. Fam, like, sometimes you need skill to make it. Please believe you need skill. You're not finna get in that bitch if you ain't skilled in no way, shape, or form. But you need a whole lot of luck, man. And it's some niggas walking around this bitch that maybe you and I might know that could be in the NFL. But they just didn't get the breaks. They just didn't get the breaks, bro. Real shit. It's some niggas that you and I might know that can play in the NBA. It's just didn't work out. That shit, hey man, it's only a select few.
Just imagine the scouting debates going on at the time. On one hand, this dude didn't play a down of organized football till he was 23 years old.
Tony Snell can walk into any motherfucking LA Fitness and give any nigga in that bitch buckets. Any nigga in that bitch buckets.
That's the age of many rookies in the NFL. He still only had a basic understanding of how the game worked.
Tony Snell,
on the
nigga.
other hand, here's what kind of athletic freak Okoye was. He was a
Not me, boy. That nigga Tony is giving you buckets, nigga. Whatever the fuck that nigga name is. Yo, that nigga is giving you buckets, nigga.
A 7-time national champion thrower, with his best discus throw ranking out among the top in the world. He was a near 24-foot.
Bro, if y'all niggas think that y'all really is holding NBA niggas, y'all niggas is more delusional than me when I be playing them games saying, nigga, I ain't finna throw an interception. Y'all niggas is more delusional than me. If you think you holding this nigga, stop it.
Long jumper, had a supposed 4.38 40, led the nation in yards in his third year of playing football, and his lifting numbers were off the charts. Christian Okoye had the greatest physical potential of anyone in the 87 class.
I mean,
and the Kansas City
Manny.
Chiefs knew it. In that year's draft, they made the choice to take him with their second-round pick. Let's just say they hit a home run with this selection.
Christian! If it's not in, we're going to go 25 lead. Okay. Get down, get your pads down, and make a hole if there isn't one. All right, make a hole.
Okoye in second and 3, and Okoye pulls his way, leaving bodies in his wake.
Why shoot when you can go straight ahead?
Ripping his way through a couple of their tacklers.
They give it to Okoye going laterally.
Little ass nigga.
By Christian Okoye's third season, he was on top of the NFL,
1,000
leading
yards.
the entire league in rushing in 1989,
1,400 yards
on
on
his way
12
to achieving
touchdowns.
All-Pro honors.
Damn.
He had become known as the
At a
Nigerian
fullback.
Nightmare, and he really was a nightmare to opposing defenders.
Yo, bring back dope ass football names. Football nicknames. Where did they go, bro? Like, don't no nigga really be having no live ass football names like that no more. Bring them back, bro.
Apparently before games, Okoye would run down the opponent's sidelines just to show off his size.
Black.
Over the course of games,
What do you mean?
He would often bulldoze his way to 3- and 4-yard runs, slowly breaking the will of
OBJ is
defenses
not
from the
shitty,
constant
boy.
hitting. He was about the last guy you'd want to have to try and hit 30 times a game. Of the other top 10 backs from the 1989 season,
Who got
Roger
the coldest?
Craig was the
Nigga,
closest
that nigga name
to
was the
Okoye's
coldest to
weight,
ever do it.
and he was more than 30 pounds smaller than him. And what was hilarious about Okoye's success to this point was how much he still didn't know about football. In his fourth season, which was after he led the league in rushing, he asked a coach in a team meeting, "Hey, what's the difference between a 3-4 and a 4-3 defense? These are the two most common defensive fronts in all of football." But because of Okoye's willingness to be coachable and his desire to be great alongside his talent, he was able to adapt quickly to the game and become not only a star, but also a legend.
You can check out that nigga, absolutely not. That nigga run me smooth the fuck over.
In my last video, I discussed the history of the iconic neck pad.
Yo, I watched this video off stream. That was a good ass fucking video right here.
And Christian Okoye's role in that. He became the player to popularize the jersey over the neck roll look. It made a big man look like a mountain. He was instantly a fan favorite in Kansas City as soon as he stepped onto the field, and he was a hero to his home country, Nigeria. Okoye, along with Hakeem Olajuwon, were both born in Nigeria around at the same time and had become stars in popular American sports in the same era. This was a pretty big deal to their home country. Not only was Okoye the first Nigerian-born NFL player, but he was also the first African-born player. Also, Christian Okoye had become a legend in another realm, video games. Super Tecmo Bowl was released in 1991, and it quickly became the most popular sports game that had ever been.
I can't even tell who the fuck got the ball in this bullshit, bro. Gaming, ooh, this shit's ass.
Produced. Of the 12 teams that you could play with, nobody wanted to go against the Chiefs, since Okoye was impossible to stop.
Nigga.
He, alongside Raiders running back Bo Jackson,
were
pretty much off limits in many households. Now, Okoye's reputation as a bruising back had become so enormous that by 1990, there was one particular play that became one of the NFL's all-time greatest moments.
Say, let's rock! Showtime, baby, showtime in the Mile High City!
I was standing maybe 1 minute away when he hit on Okoye, and just the sound of that hit fires you up.
For those of you who currently play or have played football, did your dad ever reference one moment or one play to teach you something or to hype you up? This play I'm about to reference was the one my dad always talked about. Steve Atwater was a safety who weighed roughly 30 to 40 pounds less than Okoye. And not only did he take on this behemoth of a running back, but he lit him up.
Season and one in the playoffs in his career, and Okoye really gets banged back at the 14, and who else could do that but Atwater?
You know, Dan and I talked about this down on the field earlier.
Damn.
Tonight, there's going to be one of the great collisions.
Dropped his ass.
Who hits like a tank is going to collide with Christian Okoye.
He dropped his ass.
It was such a significant moment that this is both of these dudes' most famous play. I bet in tackling drills all across America, this hit has been referenced at least 50% of the time. But I think this hit was such a big deal because of how amazing Okoye had been to that point. He had shoot up and spit out defenders in his path for years. He truly was the most intimidating offensive.
I mean, when you're looking at all this footage, them niggas was high as fuck. They were scared to get alone
to go
with
up
that nigga.
Against for a brief time.
But he also is strong as fuck.
After the 1992 season, Okoye decided that he was done with playing football.
I'm telling you.
In 6 NFL seasons, Christian Okoye managed to become a 2-time Pro Bowler, hitting 1,000 yards in both of those.
His last season was 15 game played. His last season was ass.
Seasons, and he totaled 40 career touchdowns. Since his NFL career has been over, he's been nothing but a role model to his community. A guy who always has a smile on his face and is willing to help others. The man is truly rare in every sense of the word.
6 years is amazing for a nigga that
wrapping up his time in the NFL,
only started playing for about 21.
Fans of the 80s got to witness a man with an incredible gift. A dude
Your last
who
season
decided
was
to pick up
Why y'all gotta bring
football
shit back to
at
me, bro? I'm
23
talking about
years
somebody
old.
else, bro.
And within 4
on, bro.
years, he was busting runs against NFL defenses like this. It's crazy to think that the NFL's rushing leader in 1989 may have never played football at all, if only the Nigerian national team had selected him to their '84 Olympic roster. At the time, it was unfortunate, but turns out it was a blessing in disguise.
Start off with the run, and Okoye gets a big play, busting it wide open. Look at the speed of this huge man, 255 pounds. And